You're listening
You're listening
to another episode
of the FreshTakes
podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, what day is it? It is Friday, that's right. And you're here listening to Tank's Thoughts. You know, I'm part of the Fresh Takes podcast, but I have my own little mini series. Don't forget this upcoming Sunday, we have Testing Tim's Knowledge. That's also another partial piece branched off the Fresh Takes podcast. And every Tuesday, we have a new episode coming out. We just got finished up wrapping up week 1 in the books. Coming up next week, we'll have week 2. And as you saw, I didn't do very well in the quiz game show that we do. So there's always that. This upcoming week, I'm actually the one asking questions, testing Tim and Pat. So good luck to you boys. But other than that, you can follow us on Instagram, TikTok. It used to be called Twitter. Now it's called the X, Facebook, YouTube. You can listen to us on Apple Podcasts and Spotify Podcasts. But don't forget, every Friday is Tank's Thoughts. And this Friday, today, we're going to be going over my top 10 scary movies that I've seen and that I like. There's no typical or I don't want to say there's no right or wrong answers. This is my top 10. Again, please comment below and let us know what your thoughts are. Please share, subscribe, because don't forget, we're even giving away something. So to the lucky 100 subscribers we have, we'll throw it in a hat and we'll draw a name out. And once we draw that name out, you could be that lucky one getting that prize. But we'll get right into it. Number 10. Number 10, it came out in 2017. It's a movie that I kind of like. I've gotten into it. By the way, I've gotten into scary movies probably within the last 5 years. I used to not really be into them, but it is It from 2017. I don't mind the movie. I actually really like it, and I can sit down and watch it again. All these movies I can sit down and watch again. Number 9. Number 9 came out in 2010, and it is Insidious. Let me tell you, you want to talk about a little scary movie? Right there, that's a movie that can make your hairs just tangle or raise up on your arms. It does have some jump scares in it to what I can remember. I haven't watched it in about a couple months or a year, so I got to get back into that. But we'll get right into it. Number 8. Number 8 is a movie I watched only one time, and I will never watch it again, and that is Sinister. Number 8 is Sinister. Yeah, it came out in 2012. It wasn't a bad movie, but it was. Uh, so, as you can just heard, my son's in here watching me do this because he's really into podcasting. So, number 7. Number 7 is a movie that has been, I don't want to say remastered, but it's been going on and on and on. But this one is from the 1978 series, came out. It's Halloween. If I had to do a Mount Rushmore of Halloween characters, he would be on it. Michael Myers would be on the Mount Rushmore. Because why not? You can't have Halloween movies without, or scary movies without Michael Myers. It just is what it is. Number 6. Number 6, I watched way back when with my cousin, and it freaked me out a little bit. And I think that's one of the reasons why I stopped watching scary movies. But like I said, I got more into them recently. But came out in 2002, and it is called The Ring. That's a creepy movie. I'm gonna just put it that way. It's just a creepy movie. Excuse me. Number 5. Number 5 came out in 1974, and it's no none other than the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I've seen this movie a couple times, but I don't want to say it scares me because it doesn't, but at the same time, it's just a creepy movie. And I could not put that on my list. And I think it was where I placed it at number five. I think it belongs right there in the middle of the pack. So that's it. Yeah, it's all I can say about it. Number four. Number four is came out in 1980, and it is The Shining. I've seen it a couple times. Not a big fan of the movie, but again, it was a movie that was scary enough to have it on the list. Um, it is what it is, and it freaked me out. So I haven't watched it within the last 4 years. I think 3 years, 4 years, something like that. But it belongs on the list. Number three. Number three is none other than came out in 2013, but it's no other than The Conjuring. Number three is The Conjuring, and yeah, let me tell you, all I can say about it scared me. It had me had my hairs on my arm like standing up. I don't know what that was, but it had them standing up. But let me tell you, it's a good movie to watch, and I can watch it again. Number two came out in 2018. Um, and I've watched it one time, I think it was, and I'll never watch it again. I promise you this one I definitely won't watch. And it was uh Hereditary. I watched it once and it was just okay, I'm good. I can say I watched it, but I'm not watching it again. I'm not usually freaked out on that kind of stuff, but let me tell you, that one had me scared a little bit. So we'll get back into it. 10 through 2 first, and then we'll get into the number one movie. But number 10 was It. Number 9 was Insidious. Number 8 was Sinister. Number 7 was Halloween. Number 6 was The Ring. 5 was the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Number 4 was The Shining. Number 3 was The Conjuring. Number 2 was Hereditary. And what is number one? My number one video came out in 1973. And if you've never seen this movie and you are a diehard scary movie person, you need to go sit down and watch it. You need to reevaluate if you're really into scary movies. If you haven't, if you haven't seen this movie, you need to go sit down and watch it. If you, I don't, if you're scared of scary movies, stay away from them. But number one came out in 1973. None other than The Exorcist. Sorry, that movie is scary. Yeah, I've watched it multiple times, and I'll probably sit down and watch it again. I have no problem watching it, but it is scary. Um, so yeah, there it is, ladies and gentlemen. That is my top 10 list of the scary movies. And the reason I did this is because we're starting to get into the fall and the Halloween era, which is, by the way, my favorite holiday. And it is my youngest son's birthday is on Halloween also. So yeah, there's that. But don't forget, you can follow us on Instagram, TikTok, the good old X, formerly known as Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts. Don't forget, every every other Sunday you have Testing Tim's Knowledge. Every Friday you have Tank's Thoughts. Every Tuesday you have FreshTakes podcast dropping, and I'm pretty sure it's coming up soon, either this week or I don't remember when. But Pat is going to be dropping Pat's poetry. Looking forward to seeing what that's going to be about. Other than that, oh, by the way, I would like to go ahead and wish my condolences to Aaron Rodgers. I know he left the Green Bay Packers and went to the Jets. Um, Going down at his age to an Achilles tear, it's I see him coming back next season. We'll see what that is going to be with details in it. But as of right now, he is out for the season. So my condolences to not only the Jets, to the Packers, but to Aaron Rodgers himself, and I hope for a speedy recovery for it. I don't know how long it's going to take, but it will. I know it's about a year recovery. So good luck. And other than that, this is Tank signing off from the Fresh Takes podcast on Tank's Thoughts. Y'all have a great weekend, and don't forget to hit click and subscribe. Peace.